Now look here, honestly gonna tell you the truth. Straight no chaser. Every off-season, the 49ers got a little drama. It's like clockwork. You've got a roster built to contend, top-heavy with talent, and now you got wide receiver Jauan Jennings looking around like, where's my cut? And let me tell you all something. I don't blame him one bit. But also, I don't blame the 49ers either. We gonna unpack this like grandma's old attic. Let's go. Let's not act brand new like we ain't been watching. Jauan Jennings wasn't no first-round pick. Wasn't no polished product. 7th rounder out of Tennessee in 2020. Didn't come into the league with a gold jacket talking about, I'm him. He had to scratch and claw for every snap, every catch, every rep. Now fast forward to 2024. This man has turned himself into the definition of a grinder. He ain't the roan. He ain't flashy like Deebo Samuel or root slick like Brandon Ayuk. But when you need a clutch 3rd and 7 in the 4th quarter, it's hash 15 coming across the middle, taking hits, moving the chains. Jauan Jennings is what I call a foxhole guy. When the game get muddy, when the pads pop, he ain't hiding. He out there laying it on the line. Stat line may not jump off the page. 41 catches, 570 yards, 4 TDs last season. But watch the tape. You feel his presence every time he on the field. Blocking like a tight end. Emoting like a tight end. Swagger like a linebacker that just got paid. Let's get into the mindset of Jauan Jennings. My man made $2.7 million total across his first 4 years. This year, he finally getting a check with some meat on the bone. $7.50 million. But here's the problem. It's a 1-year deal. After this, he right back in the unemployment line if he gets hurt. Or worse, if he becomes an afterthought in Shanahan's offense. And this is where leverage becomes the name of the game. Training camp looms. Injuries pile up. Jennings sees the writing on the wall. We are with 3. What you supposed to do when you got a family to feed? Your value at its highest, and your franchise saying, let's wait? You push back. You remind M what you worth. That's business, baby. That's all Jauan's doing. Applying pressure. But here's where things get sticky. Now let's flip this thing and look through the front office lens. John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan. They've been doing this a minute now. These boys don't panic. They draft well. They budget tough. They make surgical extensions when necessary. So when they extended Brock Purdy, George Kittle, and Fred Warner this offseason, and left Jennings out in the cold, it said a lot without saying a word. Here's why. Cap space tight as a drum. The Niners got monster contracts on the books. Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, Deebo Samuel, Trent Williams, Brandon Ayuk. Waiting in the wings, that's a who's who of foo. All pros. You can't just throw more cash into that room unless you're moving somebody else out. Raw room already deep. They just drafted Ricky Pearsall in the 1st round. That ain't for show. That's a succession plan. If Pearsall hit, you got a cheap RA3 to replace a pricey Jennings. They know Jennings' value is local. What that mean? That means he's shining this system, in this locker room, under Shanahan. Ain't no guarantee another team gonna give up draft capital and pay him. The 49ers love Jauan Jennings. But do they love him at $12 a year with Ayuk and Deebo already on the books? I don't think so. This is where we get surgical. The 49ers got 3 real paths forward. Option 1. Extend him now upside. You keep locker room chemistry intact. Brock Purdy keeps a reliable target. You send a message that hard work gets rewarded. Downside. You overextend an already top-heavy cap structure. You potentially block Ricky Pearsall's development. You set a precedent for raw 3s wanting dart 3 wanting 1A verdict from unsee. Love the idea. Don't love the math. Upside. Acquire a day 3 draft pick or maybe a rotational edge rusher. Clear cap. Avoid contract drama bleeding into the season. Downside, you lose your most clutch third down option. Brock Purdy loses his safety blanket. You risk Ayuk or Debo going down. And now you thin at a verdict from unsee. This ain't Madden. You don't trade your heartbeat unless you have to. But if Jennings making noise in the locker room, you might not have a choice. Upside, you get one more year of prime Jennings. No new cap obligations. You can reevaluate postseason. Downside, you risk losing him in free agency for nothing. He may play disengaged or disgruntled. Locker room distraction risk. Again. Verdict from unsee. This is the move I think they making. Ride it out. Keep him on ice. Use every drop of what he got left. Then let the market sort it out next spring. Let me break something down for you that stat sheets don't show. Locker room credibility. Jauan Jennings got juice in that building. That's why this situation delicate. He ain't just another raw 3. He a tone setter. A motivator. The guy who gets in Fred Warner's face in practice. The one who lifts up Purdy when he take a hit. That matters. I done been in them rooms before. When a grinder like Jennings get disrespected, it make the other grinders look up and say, "Damn, if he ain't safe, what chance I got?" That ripple hit everybody. But the flip side, you can have a raw 3 dictating terms to your organization. That creates a whole new monster. We gotta talk about Kyle Shanahan, y'all, because at the end of the day, the offense runs through his brain. And Shanahan's track record with wordouts. He makes them. He breaks them. And when he done with aim, he moves on without a tear. Kendrick Bourne, Dante Pettis, Trent Taylor, Richie James. All once labeled the next guy. All gone? But Jennings? He different? His lasted because he blocks. Because he fits the attitude Shanahan wants. He's what Shanahan wants in a 3. Except for the fact he now wants Dyer 2 money. Shanahan don't bend for nobody not named McCaffrey. He might nod. He might smile. But when it comes time to write the check, now let's not be naive. This whole thing ain't just about Jauan Jennings. It's about Brandon Ayuk, too. Ayuk wants raw money. Deserves it, too. If you pay Jennings now, you mess up the negotiation rhythm. You get Ayuk's agent on the phone like, wait. You paid the third option before you paid the first? That's how bridges get torched. So now Lynch and Shanahan are juggling fire. Keep Jennings happy without pissing off Ayuk. Keep the room united without overpaying depth. That's why they stalling. Look. Here's what I'd do if I was John Lynch. I walk into Jauan Jennings' locker, dap him up, look him in the eye, and say, "Brother, you've been everything we could ask for, and we gonna ride this season with you like that. After that, we'll let the chips fall." This is a grown man conversation. Not everybody get the payday they want, but everybody get the chance to earn it. If Jennings balls out again, somebody will pay him in 2025. Maybe not the 49ers, but someone. If he don't, he bet on himself. The 49ers, meanwhile, need to keep the locker room tight, avoid another Nick Bosa-type standoff, and pray Ayuk stays healthy all year. Because if Ayuk goes down and you traded Jennings, that's a fireable offense. You don't move pieces off the chessboard till you know what's coming. And right now, training camp ain't even started yet. Keep Jennings, stay quiet, and let the season do the talking. That's it from Unsee. I done broke it down like film on a Monday morning. Jauan Jennings deserves respect. But in this game, timing is everything. The 49ers got to be smart. Stay disciplined. Don't let another off-season distraction derail what could be a Super Bowl run. Peace.